All right, great. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pcloudy's exclusive sneak peek into the new platform, the fastest Pcloudy ever built. This is your exclusive customer preview. So, my name is Dinakar, and I'll be the host for today. Before we get started, I would like to go over a few housekeeping rules. You may have noticed that your line is currently muted, and if you do have any questions, you can submit them using the Q&A option during the webinar. We will answer your questions as part of the Q&A section at the end of the webinar. And also please note that this webinar is being recorded and we will share the link of the recording to share with your colleagues later or watch it a second time. With that said, let me introduce the speaker for today, Jessica Selvin. Jessica is a test evangelist at Pcloudy. She has around 4+ years of experience in the IT industry, and prior to her role at Pcloudy, she has worked with LTI Mindtree as a pre-sales consultant in the automation solution design space. She has a keen expertise in data analytics and various automation tools. So without further ado, let me hand it to our speaker, Jessica Selvin.
Thank you, Dinakar, for that introduction. And I'm excited to be presenting our newly updated platform and the fastest that we've built, and a sneak peek into how our new UI is going to look like moving forward, right? So, with that, let's just get started. So, firstly, the reason behind why we have conceptualized this and why it is important at this point in time, right? I just want to delve a bit into that. And you would have previously in our webinars, you would have seen a lot of focus on AI agents and performance experience based testing, right? And we've been introducing several new features, modules, and capabilities into our platform. If you have checked our previous webinars and content, you will see that we are quickly moving to be an AI first, and we are an AI first digital experience platform. So, when in that new era and how we have redefined ourselves in the era of agentic AI, right, also deserves a testing platform that's faster, sleeker, and easy to use. In terms of that, we are kind of at a tipping point where agentic AI is changing how tests are written, they are run, automated, how we are leveraging our platforms and utilizing devices. All of this is changing, right? And it's evolving. And the way we use our utilize our UI every day also has to evolve along with that. So that's exactly what this new release and newly updated Pcloudy platform is going to be all about. So uh, you'll see a platform that's faster, and common actions are much easier to take, fewer clicks, and the results load sooner. Right, you will also see a much more sleeker design, so cleaner layout, easy to access, that keeps you focused and enables you to quickly find things that you're looking for, right, and easy to use in terms of lead guided flows, clear labels, sensible defaults, much more intuitive in terms of its design, right, so that be it right from logging into the platform, connecting to devices, running your automations, viewing your reports, right, or switching between the different tools that are and capabilities in the platform, be it whether you're leveraging our agentic AI agents from Qpilot, or you're running an app performance test, or you're simply doing your live or functional testing, connecting to a browser or a mobile device. The entire flow would be much more seamless and much more intuitive, right from your login to your getting your reports, analytics, and so on. So that's just a bit onto why we have conceptualized this and what was the idea behind our new UI update. So, what is the new Pcloudy platform going to be built around, right? So, and what is the core aspects of the release, right? And how have we rebuilt it, and based on what are the principles in which we have rebuilt it, right? So, firstly, is speed. The UI will no longer be in your way, right? It will common actions will be much fewer clicks, right? Results will stream in quickly. The way you connect or upload your applications will be much more seamless. You will have quick actions where you can get key information that is regularly fetched much more easily, right? Device list, history, right? Reporting. All of this will be, much more seamless, and there'll be less waiting and more doing, right? And also in terms of our device connectivity speeds, we have updated our technology behind the scenes, under the hood. What's happening to connect to a device has massively changed, and our Android and iOS device connectivity times have been unprecedentedly fast. They have been much more smoother and seamless compared to other cloud platforms, right? So that is a big milestone that we've been able to achieve in terms of the device speed. Secondly, is the ease of use, right? So we've added guided flows, smarter defaults, intuitive designs, right? So that you don't have to perform several clicks to find what you want, or you're searching for one particular functionality for a long period of time, right? So you can easily access the capability presets, clearer error messages, and the filters are much more intuitive, right? So you don't have to remember, right, where this particular option is. It'll be much more seamless, intuitive, and the UI will be able to guide you to your intent, right? And it'll be much more easier for you, right, from your test creations, or running a manual test, or running your tests, analyzing them without breaking that flow, right? It's going to be much more seamless. And thirdly, a user-friendly design. So cleaner layouts, more simple designs, consistent patterns, spacings, typography, side panels that give you quick access and context instead of you bouncing between screens. It's more accessible, and the way we have split the visual hierarchy of the dashboards as well are much more seamless, and you'll be able to find what you're looking for much more easily. So firstly, let's delve into speed. So talking about that, what are some of the things you're going to be seeing? As I mentioned, faster device connectivity, right? You're going to see faster device connection times, be it your browser or be it your Android devices, iOS devices. They're going to be much more faster. The UI is going to be much more seamless there. And under the hood, we have changed and enhanced the architecture to enable this. Right, the streaming technology that we're using is much more upgraded to facilitate this, and to facilitate instant testing, be it your automation. If you've looked into our previous webinar on QRun, you will see that QRun will enable you to run your automation test cases much faster. And also coming to the manual testing, you will be able to connect to devices quicker. You'll be able to upload your APK builds faster, and all of them will be in a single unified screen instead of switching between multiple screens. Next is ease of use, right? Let's look into what we've done there. So this is the new UI will allow you to, it focuses on removing the friction so that you can move from idea to execution, less of waiting and more of doing without thinking about the tool, all right? So it's more, as I mentioned, more simplified workflows, fewer screens and fewer clicks, sensible defaults, right? So in case if you want to connect to your the recently connected device, you don't need to go ahead and search for it, right? There's a separate tab that will enable you to see your frequently used devices and go ahead and connect to them. You don't need to upload your apps in a separate section, right? You can go ahead and upload that in the same screen, right? Our QPilot UI is completely revamped, right? Where you don't need to separately go ahead and your generation, execution, all of that is going to be on a single screen. You don't, and it's a separate module entirely. Before, you used to connect to a device from the manual mode and then switch to QPilot mode. That's not going to be there. You can directly get into the QPilot mode, create your projects, get your test cases started. You can also do stepwise executions on QPilot, which previously wasn't there, right? And you can quickly get started with your automation, autonomous testing with AI. Quick test overviews as well. So we have a quick overview that will give you an idea of the utilization of the platform. right? Be it your admin view, your reports, your platform utilization, device utilizations, active sessions that are currently, online used by your team. All of this, you will have a quick view of all these metrics. Be it even if you're a user or a team leader with admin access, both in from both aspects, this will be useful for you to assess and have those quick metrics at hand. Next is the easy access panel. So there's going to be quick access for your username and access key. So particularly when you're running your automation, these metrics are important. These data points are important to run your scripts and integrate, be it your APM or your Selenium scripts onto our platform. So this kind of data points, previously you would have to perform several navigations in order to get it. So here you will have a quick actions where you can go ahead and simply copy it and paste it into your scripts so that you're good to get started with your automation runs. Easier navigations. So we have taken lots of feedback and we have ensured more consistent layouts between devices, runs, reports without losing context, right? And side panels, simplified visuals, be it within once you have connected to the device as well as in your dashboards. Both of them, you'll be seeing much more easier navigation. And finally and thirdly, our user-friendly design, right? So it's going to be much more sleeker, right? And clear typography, sensible visual hierarchies, and important actions are more prominent so that what you're looking for and your intent is matched in the UI, right? And so components and the way the design is consistent throughout the platform. So once you learn the pattern, it will echo across the platform. Right, quick access menus, as I've mentioned, be it device access runs, reports, filters, right? And also test reports where you can more seamlessly view them, analyze them, right? Be it even your screenshot sharing or video downloads, quick test analytics where you can see the failure rates, your automation runs, your active sessions, everything in a single pane of view. So yeah, these three principles were some of the key aspects or the core aspects behind how we built the new UI, particularly as you can see with how we are scaling our digital experience platform with be it our device infrastructure across multiple devices and browsers, right, where you can connect to your mobile devices browsers, and we also provide customized infrastructure as well as running your test automation, your execution through QRun, right? You're scaling up your automation runs along with the several experience modules that we have, where be it functional experience that you can see here, where you can connect manually to a device and go ahead and do your live testing. Secondly, performance experience, where you can track the behind the scenes metrics of your application, how your application is performing, be it the UI frames or the backend network and API calls, right? So all of this can be tracked, and be it your live, your synthetic monitoring, where you can do production-based monitoring 24/7 for your production-based applications, get the live anomalies and alerts, and finally, a seamless AI experience with all the several AI agents that are already built and are going to be added into our platform, be it our test creation agent of QPilot, where you can simply give natural language descriptions and generate test scripts, self-healing, visual testing, of observability agents that can give you real-time analytics, AI/ML analysis of your application, an agent builder where you as a QA, you can go ahead and simply drag and drop different aspects of your testing, be it your framework, your bug tracking tools or ALM tools, right? And create your own custom AI agents without knowing any coding knowledge, right? And also AI systems testing agent where you can go ahead and test the AI itself. So these are with such a comprehensive and platform that we are branching out into, right? This is where these core principles that we have talked about will help to have a sleeker design and much more UI friendly, user friendly UI for you to leverage our platform to the full potential. So with that, I want to get into a quick sneak peek into our platform with the live view. So I will be demonstrating this on our demo environment. So yeah, let's just get to that. Yeah. So this is how the new UI is going to look like, where you will have a consolidated dashboard here. So here you will be able to firstly, through the quick overview dashboard, you can see the quick metrics here. So what are the total number of sessions that you have taken in the last 30 days, the automation runs that were executed in the last 30 days, the total number of failures, and the devices used, right? And how many are currently active. So all of this in the past 30 days metrics will be visible for a quick overview, right? And if you're the admin, it will be your team's metrics will also be combined into this so that you can have an idea of the complete utilization of the Pcloudy platform of your team. And as an individual user, this will show your sessions and automation runs that you have executed, right? So both from an admin perspective as well as from an individual perspective, this will give you a quick overview of the utilization of the platform as a user or as a team. Next are the experience categories. So this is again the different layers that I was telling about in the platform architecture, right? If you see here, you can see that here are the 4 different experience categories of our platform, and that is directly going to be reflected into the UI. So that is where the intent-based, design. So based on how our platform is designed, so is going to be the UI, right? So you can see that the real device testing, your browser access, your performance experience testing, and your automation runs through your traditional frameworks like APM, Selenium. All of those key experience categories are there in this particular module. And next, you can see the intelligence and AI agents, right? So firstly, you'll get a quick overview. Next, you can come into the quick experience categories where you can select either you want to do your mobile testing, your browser testing, performance, or automation. And next, in case if you want to leverage any of our AI agents, be it our QRun or our QPilot, QLens or our Visual AI, here is where all the AI agents would be coming in. Next are the tools, right? Be it local testing, which is your intranet-based testing in case if you want to test your intranet application. So this will redirect you to the Pcloudy desktop assistant. Some of you users might already be aware of this, where you need to download a separate utility in order to enable the wildnet, which will enable you to test intranet applications that are behind your firewall. Next is the capability generator. So basically, this will enable you to get the code snippets to help you connect or integrate your APM or Selenium or any other framework scripts on Pcloudy devices and run them on Pcloudy devices. Next is the MCP server related details. So this will lead you to the documentation that will help you connect any of your AI tools, be it Cursor or Claude or any other AI tool with Pcloudy, where you can go ahead and integrate it. We have run a separate webinar just on MCP. You can check it out, right? And finally, the plan related details. So you can go ahead and see what is the plan allocated to you as a user, right, that you have opted for. So as you may already be aware, so we have separate devices and browser plans, and it's based on the number of concurrencies. So depending on the number of user license plans that you've procured, that many sessions you would be able to take, right? So that will get reflected here. So you'll immediately, you don't oftentimes to know your plan itself, we have had users contact support in order to clarify what is the number of concurrent sessions and so on. So all that information will be available for you to reference in the dashboard itself. So that is just a quick overview about into our dashboard and how that looks like. In terms of the quick actions that I was talking about, here is that where you can go ahead and copy the username or copy the access key, right? These 2 information is particularly critical for running your automation tests or triggering your APM inspector if you want to integrate with APM inspector or automation scripts or other automation tools like Catalan. this information will be useful. So it's before you would have to separately get into the capability configurator and go ahead and select generate them and then copy paste it, or you would have to go separately to your profile and then separately copy paste it, right? So here it's there under quick action. So in a matter of a click, you will be able to go ahead and get this important information. And also you can contact our sales team and for any other queries you may have. So I've covered on the dashboard. So let's go ahead and connect now to a device. So I'm getting into the real device testing. So this will give you access to all our mobile devices. So you can see that this has been revamped completely. Previously, you would have to scroll for a long time to access all the devices. So we have made it much more sleeker, where you can just filter out with the OEMs and go ahead and connect to devices of your choice. All right, so let's start from the first. First, you can go ahead and see whether you want to do a mobile app test or a mobile browser test. So you have both the options here to select from. So in mobile app, you would again come under that. You have your Android or iOS. So in case if you're testing for an iOS, you can get it, select the iOS option here and then select which app, which device, and go ahead and start testing. Similarly, Android, you can upload your applications here and you can go ahead and select the app, select the device, and get started. Right. So here you would see been a major change. Previously, you would have seen that there used to be a separate My Data section where you would have to upload all the APKs and IPs and then again come back to the start page and then connect to the device and then install it, right? So here it's been merged into one compact screen, which is much more with a more minimal design and layout, where you can go ahead and just select the application that you want to connect to, the application you want to install and the device you want to connect to and get started. So again, your instrumentation, in case if you want to do any image injection, biometric authentication, again, will be in the same page itself, right? If you want to delete it, download it, these are the options here. Again, files and test data are other non-application related data like your image files or your PDFs or your MP4 files. All of that can be uploaded here. And you can search for your applications in this search option over here. Next, to connect to the devices that you want to, right? One is you can directly click on the recently tested devices. So you don't need to keep scrolling to find the device that your preferred choice of device. If this is something that you regularly access, you will be able to see it under the recently tested devices and you can directly go ahead and connect it. And your reserved devices will be here. So in case your plan includes a reserved device, you'll be able to see the reserved set of devices here. Again, the filtering and the way you choose the devices have also been made much more seamless. So you can directly search for a device here, or you can filter out based on the different locations that we have, be it US location or India or Singapore. Right. You can also choose and toggle between the SIM-enabled devices and audio-enabled devices. Again, I'm demonstrating on a demo environment, so it doesn't have the entire set of devices, but this is how it would be once it is live on our public cloud platform. Next, you can go ahead and just select a device of your choice. I'm just selecting a device of my choice and I'm clicking on Start Testing. So you can see that the device connectivity is also much faster and seamless. And this is how the new UI looks like in terms of the device connection. So firstly, here's the device screen, the quick action settings, the quick settings where you can, in case if you want to install another app, you can just go ahead and install it. So I'm just installing another application here. Yeah, so the installation is done. You can go ahead and start the logs, right? And you can also, previously the ADB used to be, you can only execute one command at a time. So now we have given it a much more clearer view where you can execute multiple commands in one shot. Also the transaction to get the hard files is also still there. So this will remain similar to the previous UI. Taking screenshots, again, you can take screenshots at any point. The landscape mode to test and also logging bugs. Here again, we have integrations with all these tools, right? So that will all remain, and you can go ahead and configure integrations and log bugs from the platform itself. Zooming in and zooming out, you can go ahead and do that, right? And then finally, now coming to the left-hand side, in case if you want to switch the device and you want to connect to another device, you can go ahead and switch it here. Again, you can enable your local testing or your WileNet based testing through this option. This is a shortcut to the Play Store. And Chrome Debugger is in case if you want to inspect any elements for your mobile web applications. This would again be a shortcut to the keyboard. And now coming to the network throttle, previously you would have seen that a lot of options would go ahead and cover the device itself, right? So in this case, that won't be happening, and you can directly go ahead and select. You see that it will accommodate within this section itself so that it doesn't come over your device. And you can select to a network profile of your choice. So I'm just selecting one and click on set, and you can see that the network throttle is set. Change location would be over the device because we need to go ahead and select it over the map. You can also select the language settings from here, and again, that will not come over the device, that will be on the side here. Image injection will remain similar to how it was, where you go ahead and upload, inject images. You can preview the image here and go ahead and upload it, push it, inject it at the time of the camera click to do things like your QR code scanning and ID scanning and so on. And if you want to push any files to the device, you would be able to do that, pushing your APKs or pushing images to the gallery, that feature as well. And finally, your biometric simulation, where you can test for past and failed scenarios through this. And finally, on top, you can see that you can set the idle timeout. So previously, there used to be a much more cluttered view of the device information with a lot of information where you may not be able to find out how to exactly set the idle timeout or set the device information. So you have a much more cleaner view here where you can set the idle timeout. You will be able to see the version of your device. And here you can copy the device details, which will give you all the unique information. So in case if there's any details that you want to share across with the support team or within your own team, you can directly copy paste all the device information and share it. This will give you an idea of the location of the device. So as you can see how we have optimized the design, and based on a lot of feedback, and we have taken it and done these optimizations to ensure that your live testing is as smooth as possible. So once you're done with your testing, you can go ahead and release the device. Yeah. And again, your active sessions will remain, where in case if you have any live sessions going on, you will be able to see the ongoing sessions here. You can also come to the report section. Again, our report section has been made much more user-friendly, where you can go ahead and filter out the reports much more seamlessly than before. For example, I want my device-based manual automations for the past, for today, right? You can go ahead and just filter it much more seamlessly than before. And again, to enable the sharing, you should come to your profile over here, and then you can enable this toggle to enable your share report option here. And come back to the reports, and you can copy paste this and share the report links as well to other stakeholders. So let's just open up a sample report now. Yeah, so this is how the reports now are going to look like, where you're going to see all the session related details, the device details. You'll also get application insights like the package name, the activity name, and how much time it took for your app to launch. What's the app size, and the video of the entire session. Again, you can go ahead and download it, right? And also all the screenshots, right? So every single screenshot that you've taken will be here, and you can download it all in one shot. So previously this had to be done individually, or you can just select which ones you want to download, and then you can go ahead and download those. Next are all the logs. So in case if there are any issues found, that's going to be shown here. So basically, it will evaluate and assess all the device logs, and in case if there are any issues, it's going to be highlighted here. So, for example, in this report, you can see, right, it's identified a few issues. So I can just go ahead and click on that, and it will give me the log lines relevant to that. So this will make it much more seamless in terms of viewing and analyzing your reports. And finally, of course, if you want much more details, you can get into our app performance mode, where you can go ahead and get 60 plus metrics into how your app is performing. Well, I hope I've just given a quick glimpse into what kind of changes have happened, and whatever principles that I highlighted, how it is reflecting here into the demonstration here. Also the admin settings and team information, profile information, right? Your capability generator, right? Where you go ahead and generate the code. That's also been made much more user friendly, where you can select, for example, if it's Android app testing. Previously, in order to copy paste this or copy paste just a snippet, you would have to again get into a different mode. Here, you can directly just copy paste this, and it's made much more intuitive in terms of your automation integration as well. So that's pretty much it. The key information and highlights that I wanted to cover. Even browser would be very similar to how I showed you for mobile testing. Our QPilot AI also is being revamped. Look out for more of our announcements and videos on the same. So with that, if there are any questions, we can take that up now. Yeah.
Sure. Just give me 1 second while I pull up those questions.
Sure.
Okay. One of the questions that people are asking is, will the new UI hinder my testing setup? Is
No.
there
So you're
is
yeah,
there any
yeah. You
sort of a
mean
migration effort that is required? That's the kind of question I think.
no, no. It would be seamless. There would be no changes required or any additional, like your data will still continue to be preserved, and you would not need to do anything further from your end. Yeah.
Follow-up question is, does this upgrade need any, new specification of your system or when you're
No, no. There is nothing like that required. Your credentials, your login, right? As we are a SaaS-based platform, this would not have any impact on that.
awesome. Right, right. Now, what about the security and compliance? Like, how does this affect the security or any compliance? Does it
Yeah.
carry forward?
So no, again, this will not have any impact from that perspective because this is primarily a UI change. And secondly, as previously it was based the data, your application data is restricted at the user level. That will continue to be the case, right? So there will be no changes in terms of the security of the.
Well, Jessica, you did mention a lot of new features that we kind of looked at. Some of them were condensed. What about the old features? Do they still work? Are they still carried on to the new platform? Is there something that we're letting go of? Some insight around that?
Yes. So all the features that you see that is going to be carried on, right? A couple of changes, right? So from the previously in the functional mode, you used to get a lot of performance data like CPU, memory, battery. That is going to be there in our performance module, right? Which is a separate feature and so a separate product. So there that's going to be some changes with in terms of how we've moved around features, but there's no feature that we have completely taken off, right? So all the features that you consistently use and in our current platform, that's going to still be there. There's just been some shifts, and we've put some of our metrics that we get in the functional experience into our performance experience module. But other than that, there have been no removals of any features.
Great. I think that covers mostly whatever we kind of wanted to share. And also, we've answered a couple of questions around this whole new change and this whole new platform with the new UI. So thank you so much, Jessica, for sparing your time and taking us through the new platform. I'm sure this will go a long way in making it easy for many of our users to navigate through the platform easily. And we also want to thank each one of our participants who have joined us today. I'm sure some of the workflows may look confusing at first, but trust me, once you get used to it, it's so easy and so seamless to just go through the platform and get your testing done. So I would recommend you to go right ahead and explore the new features, explore the new design, and share your feedback with us, because that's something that we want constantly. We want to hear what you want. We want to hear your feedback to make sure that it's easier for you to use the platform, right? And our engineering team would love to enhance it further for better usability and navigation for sure. So please feel free to reach out to us with any questions. You can write to us at info@pcloudy.com, or click on the chat option on our website, or reach out to each one of us. You can reach out to Jessica or me on our LinkedIn handles, and we will get back to you at the earliest. So thank you once again, Jessica, and thank you everyone for being an engaging audience. Happy
Thank you.
testing.